Alright, YouTube. Jay just broke my favorite screwdriver.
Oops.
So, why Jay just broke my favorite screwdriver is because you can see that he's taken the box out for the seat. I'm sure there's an actual technical name for it, but right now it's the box.
Well, the seat support, whatever.
So the box has to come out because upon further investigation, you remember the line that went from pretty much the slant in the firewall all the way? Well, upon further investigation, it keeps going all the way back there. So, with that being said, the box has to come out so that way we can properly fix that whole section of the floor.
This has got some holes in it here, so we're probably going to cut this something like this nature, this back all the way through to here. And then we're going to cut this somewhere along here so it fits proper. Now, why are we doing it? Why are we doing all this work? Because it's easier to do this instead of from underneath, from up on top. Okay. So that's what we're going. That's how we're doing. We're going to take this off. And we're not going to take the whole thing off. I'm just going to bend it up. You probably have to take the whole thing off. It might be in the way, but we're going to try just to bend it up. Now, yes, we are going to take this out. We're going to, re-weld it back down, okay? But if you don't have to disturb a whole lot of things, okay?
Don't.
Exactly, T. Don't. Least amount of disturbing that you can do, you'll be better off, okay? Also, this is welded in place. Now, if we take this out, okay, it may not go right back in exactly where it came out. Okay, even if we marked it. So that's why we want to leave the weld on this side. She'll show you over there. Okay, we want to leave the weld on this side here, and then we just want to kind of bend this up out of the way. Do what we got to do, and then bend it back down, and that'll keep this where it belongs. Okay, because we didn't disturb this over here. So
Now, because it's just spot welded, like you can see, bzz, 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 it might just break. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it might. So if that happens to you, because it's gonna break on the spot welds, just line up the divot with the weld and then it should fall back into place.
Or what you can do, that would work. Or what you can do also, which is what I'm gonna show T, is that if we spray paint, okay, if we spray paint this currently the way that it is in like a light color, white, gray, when we take it off, our line and everything that is there will line perfectly right back up. Okay, so you can do that also. So either way it'll work, all right? So let's put you on a tripod and we'll just go ahead and keep working. We'll put you in the fast forward mode as we go. So this is what happens when you let a car sit for 30 years in the dirt. So you can see where this is rotted all the way through. So we're gonna have to replace all of this. And this is pretty paper thin here. Again, our channel is do with what you have. So this is actually a paper bag that I unfolded, I cut and I unfolded. Okay, so you can take a paper bag and do the same exact thing. I made a template here. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this out. Right through here, right through here, and cut all this out. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a piece of metal big enough, so we're gonna cut this out in pieces. So we're just gonna cut this and piece this, cut this through here, cut it through here, cut it. It's gonna come out over here. Okay, we want to weld it to this. Guys, we're actually in good shape because the inner rocker panel is in good shape. It just needs to get sanded off, and we can weld to the inner rocker panel. So that's a good thing. Very good. I don't know if you can see that. So this is in really good shape. So we're going to keep this. We're going to grind this off. And then we'll cut this out and we'll weld our new piece to this. Alright YouTube, it's been a fairly tiring afternoon because you have to do this in little sections and you got to be very careful with what you're doing. You got to plan things out, cut things appropriately. Here, T. Show them the holes in the carbon. So what we did was we drilled holes through that piece of metal there, and then we welded the spots on it. And then what will happen is the next piece of steel will sit on the top of that, just like it does in the actual stock piece. So it sticks. This is actually sitting on top. It's welded to this. So instead of having the short lip, we made it a taller lip because of the old rust underneath. So we had new good metal over here. So that's why we did that over there. So now what we have to do is we have to cut the pieces and get them to fill in. I drew a line on the floor on where we're going to cut out and what we're going to keep. And then we'll go from there. So you can see the floor there. Set this up, inspect it. You come and check things out. Everything's a little cool prosthetic. What do you think? Huh? You think it's alright? How about over there? How about over there? Thank you. Turn around. All right. Oh man, you did it now.
I'm Flintstoning it. It's the Flintstone movie.
That's we're in trouble now. What have you done?
Kind of hold the board.
I see this. Well, YouTube, the rust was too bad, so we have to replace this whole section. So, let's have at it. Alright, we are almost done. We have our hole cut out of our old metal. We have rebuilt this section here. This actually is a curve in here, and this curve goes all the way and then it flattens here. So this is a flat piece, and this curve is actually up higher than the floor. So we had to make this piece to fit in here, and then this piece sits on top of this. It connects to that. So this is just all the little tack welds all the way up, and once it's done, well, these are spot welds here. So this is super strong. And then when that's all done, T will go in and he'll weld the seams, and then we'll use some seam sealer, and then that will be this side of the front of the car repaired. Could have we bought the floor pan? Sure we have, but you know, a new floor pan is $300 to $600 depending upon what you buy. So why do we want to spend that kind of money when we can go dumpster diving for some steel and get some, you know, steel plate, and anything will work. I mean, if you go looking around, you find some shelving material will work. This is 18 gauge material. Okay, so this is actually thicker than the original floor. And you can find your steel, whether it be shelves, it could be an air conditioner housing. Somebody's throwing out an air conditioner, you've got an air conditioner housing. There's lots of pieces of metal that you can find laying around. And just use them up, like we did. Alright, moving on. Alright, YouTube, T is over there, finishing up. Floor patch that we put in. We refixed this. All of this is now flat and ready to get reinstalled. But before we do that, T's finishing up the floor patch here. What's going on, T? You having fun?
Not much.
I know you're having fun. This is great. So he's finishing out the floor patch here. He's going to do all the welding and get it totally secured down. Then what we'll do, he's got to drill some holes for the seat bolts, and then we're going to silicone it up, then rust proof it with the rust stop stuff, and it'll be done. Come to the channel, check out our other videos.